Hi, I'm Dago, and less than 2 months from now, I'm gonna be leaving my home, my family, basically everything I've got to solo travel and to document it all on YouTube for you. And in today's video, I want to talk about all the fears that come with this, the concerns I have, but also the things I'm looking forward to and the positive sides. Today's video is gonna be a lot more personal than the previous ones. I don't really have a proper script, just a couple of bullet points so that I don't lose sight of the structure. But I hope you like the insights. Firstly, let's kick it off with safety concerns. I think this is the most obvious one. I'm gonna be traveling alone, and it doesn't matter that I'm a guy. As a solo person, especially in a country that you don't speak the language in, you're an extra vulnerable target. Alright, people see you, they see you as a stupid tourist, they see you are alone, you don't have friends or a group that can protect you. And so obviously, you're at a bigger risk of being robbed, attacked, humiliated, whatever. Now, add to that, walking around with a camera. Alright, crime has been on the rise for the past couple of years in Europe overall. People don't like being filmed, and if they see you walking around with a camera, once again they think stupid tourist and a stupid influencer, perfect target to rob, hurt, whatever. Then, what's probably gonna hurt me the most is my dog. Alright, my dog Gustav, my French bulldog, who I've basically grown up with since I was 12. And leaving him is gonna be one of the hardest things. He's gonna turn 8 years old this year. And if my whole plan works out, I'll barely be at home. The next couple of years I'll probably be spending a couple weeks a year at home, barely seeing him, and just losing tons of precious time with my childhood friends. And I think that's something that's gonna eat me up from the inside. Especially when, I don't want to say it out loud, but I think you know what I mean. But on the other hand, I'm 19, about to turn 20. I want to move out anyway, so even if I moved out and didn't travel for my whole life, I'll still be gone from home, I'd still be seeing him a lot less, so I'd still be spending way less time with him than I would like to. And I also understand that sacrifices kind of needed. I can't limit myself to spend more time with my dog, just because of being afraid of him leaving sooner or later, which he's gonna do anyway. So either way I'm gonna see him less, but this way I can chase my dreams. And I actually got a tattoo right here of his paw, just to always have him with me, I guess. To never feel completely alone. And the last big fear I have is what comes after. Because what if it doesn't work out? And objectively, realistically, the chances are it won't. Alright, YouTube is a thing of, it's more luck than anything else. Sure, you have to be consistent with your video uploads and everything, but you can have the best content and still not pop up. And simply, I probably don't have enough money and therefore don't have enough time to create enough content to really pop off. And I really have no idea what I'm gonna do if it actually fails and I have to come back home, no money, no more new content that I can really create. I don't know what I'm gonna get into. But also, a lot of people are gonna be saying right now, well, you need a plan B, man. You need a plan B, and you need to know something that you're gonna do if this fails. But personally, I don't want to do that. Why? Because if I already go into this thing, into this plan, into this trip, telling myself, don't worry, I've got a plan B already, I'm just going into the whole mission with the mindset of not if this fails, but when this fails, I'm gonna do that thing. And I can't do that. I want to fully focus and dedicate myself to this. And if it fails, it fails, but I know that I've given everything. And then afterwards, I'll think of something new to do, something new to pursue, a new mission. But for now, even though it's really unlikely that I'm gonna succeed in this, I'm still gonna try it. I don't want to regret not doing it. And after all, there still is a chance that it will work. But now to the more positive sides, to the things I look forward to. One of the most important things for me is the feeling of moving out. Alright, I still live with my parents in my parents' apartment, and I have been wanting to move out for the past couple of months, basically maybe over a year. Not because I don't love my parents or anything, I do love them, but I'm someone who really enjoys quiet, peace, and just having my own space. So basically that's really what I think I need, especially if we're talking about work, creating content or any other type of work, or even before that, learning for school. This apartment really isn't a working environment for me. Alright, I'm forced to work basically in my bedroom, and just mentally, I'm not in a work mood, work mindset in here. And that's what I'm missing. Alright, it's hard for me to really focus on a task, to really dedicate myself to anything when I'm here in this room where I usually, sleep, chill, whatever I used to game before. And I think if I moved out, or even, a little more extreme, traveled abroad, being alone, being in a completely new environment, that would help me for that mindset shift to really focus on what's important. Alright, not just relaxing and doing nothing, but working towards my goal. And I would have that with my own apartment, and I am gonna have that traveling. So that's something I really look forward to. Just disconnecting from this comfort zone so that I can really get that focus and dedication for my work. Another thing like this, quite similar, is a new personality. Going to a new place compared to your hometown allows you to really become yourself. I've changed a whole lot in the past couple of years, just personality wise, but I still am a hell of an introvert. Alright, it's really hard, difficult for me to talk to new people. And I think just being in this environment where I have been an introvert and socially awkward for the past however many years, basically since being a small child, doesn't help that. So I think being gone, being in a new city, even in a new country, plus then also knowing that I will only be staying here for a couple of days, so even if I fuck something up, no one's gonna remember, I'm not gonna see anyone here ever again. Just that's gonna get me in a completely new headspace to try out new things, new personalities, which basically just is my personality without the prejudices and expectations of me, of the other people around me here in my hometown. I'd probably have this same thing if I moved just to a different city in my country, but I think with traveling it's gonna be once again just like with the moving out feeling, one level above that. And not only that, an extra for me personally is, I've already talked about this in the previous video, I find it a lot easier to talk to new people, to strangers, in English rather than my home language here, which is German. I don't know why, it just feels easier and more comfortable for me to socialize in English, so that's gonna be another benefit, I guess. And lastly, I'm someone who likes food. Alright, I like good food. I like experiencing new food, so I'm really looking forward to visiting those other countries, cultures, and trying out all the different types of food in different regions, the specialties. That's something I look forward to a whole lot, because the last couple of years I've really been eating very clean, mostly chicken with rice and stuff like that, I'm a lot into bodybuilding, but when traveling obviously I'm gonna detach a little bit from that, enjoy food again. And that's just something that I think is gonna be really great. So yeah, this was personal insights on my psyche, on my concerns for my future trip, but also what I really am happy about, what I look forward to. I hope someone here liked this, maybe relates to this, at least some part of it. If you want to support this channel, if you want to support my mission, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel. The previous videos, the next ones, are gonna be way more practical, less about me and more about saving money traveling, how to make traveling more comfortable, easier, losing less time. So overall, check out my channel. I'm quite sure you'll find something useful for your next travels, for your next trips. And till then, see you in the next one.